Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today we are diving into a subject that reaches far beyond politics, beyond borders, and even beyond our very world. When you look up at the sky, have you ever felt that the heavens are trying to tell us something? For centuries, people have believed that cosmic events, solar storms, eclipses, unusual signs in the stars carry messages that point to something greater, perhaps even the unfolding of prophecy. Science explains these phenomena as natural cycles, but prophecy describes them as signals of a coming change, a warning that history is moving toward a climactic moment. In this message, we will explore what it means when the sun grows restless, when radiation storms shake the Earth's systems, and when ancient writings speak of the heavens being shaken before the end of days. This is not just about astronomy, and it is not just about faith, it is about the intersection of both, where science and prophecy collide to reveal a story that affects every single one of us. Stay with me until the end, because what we uncover today may forever change the way you see the sky above you and the future that awaits us. For thousands of years, ancient prophecies have spoken of great and fearful signs in the heavens that would serve as warnings to humanity. The Bible, for example, describes in the book of Joel that the sun will be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord. Similar themes appear in the book of Revelation and in the words of Jesus, who spoke of the stars falling from heaven and the powers of the heavens being shaken. These cosmic disturbances are not portrayed as random natural events, but as signals carrying divine meaning, markers that the end of an age is approaching. Other ancient cultures also connected celestial events to divine intervention, whether it was eclipses that terrified kings or comets seen as harbingers of great change. In Jewish tradition, the alignment of cosmic events has often been read in light of Israel's destiny, with celestial signs seen as tied to pivotal moments in its history. These ancient texts emphasize that the heavens themselves are not silent, but serve as a canvas upon which God writes messages to humanity. For many believers, when solar storms, blood moons, and rare eclipses occur in modern times, they are not coincidences of nature, but fulfillments of these age-old prophecies that were meant to alert the faithful to prepare for what is to come. This convergence of scripture and cosmic phenomena has always sparked both fascination and fear, drawing people to reflect on whether they are witnessing the unfolding of divine plans in real time. Solar storms are one of the most powerful natural forces in the universe, originating from massive eruptions on the surface of the sun known as coronal mass ejections. These storms release billions of tons of charged particles into space, and when they collide with Earth's magnetic field, the results can be dramatic. While the most visible effect is the beautiful auroras that light up the skies near the poles, the deeper consequences are far more unsettling. Solar storms can disrupt satellites, shut down communication systems, interfere with GPS, and even cause large-scale power outages on Earth. History has already witnessed examples of this, such as the Carrington event of 1859, when telegraph systems across Europe and North America caught fire from the surge in energy. Modern society is even more vulnerable since we rely heavily on electricity, the internet, and satellite-based technology for nearly every aspect of life. If a solar storm of similar magnitude occurred today, it could paralyze global infrastructure in a matter of hours. Beyond the practical dangers, many also see such phenomena as fulfilling apocalyptic imagery described in sacred texts, where the heavens grow restless and the earth is shaken by forces beyond human control. The unpredictability and sheer scale of these solar events remind humanity of its fragility, and for some, they stand as a divine warning that the end times are not only spiritual, but could manifest through the natural world itself. Thus, solar storms are not just scientific curiosities, but are perceived as cosmic signs that both threaten modern civilization and point back to ancient prophecies of final judgment. Throughout history, humanity has looked to the heavens for signs, interpreting unusual celestial events as omens or messages from the divine. Solar eclipses, blood moons, meteor showers, and comets have all been seen as harbingers of great change or divine judgment. In biblical texts, the sun darkening and the moon turning to blood are described as signs that would precede the end of days. These cosmic events carry deep symbolic weight, reminding people that the heavens were not distant or indifferent, but actively tied to human destiny. Today, modern astronomy can explain these phenomena with scientific precision, yet their symbolic power has not diminished. When a blood moon appears, people around the world still connect it to prophecies and warnings of future upheaval. Similarly, when solar eclipses occur, they spark renewed interest in apocalyptic scripture, with many pointing to passages that suggest such events herald the beginning of the end. What makes these cosmic signs compelling is their universality. Everyone on Earth, regardless of culture or religion, experiences them, and they transcend human boundaries to remind us of something greater than ourselves. Even the most advanced technology cannot prevent an eclipse or a comet's arrival, making these events humbling reminders of humanity's vulnerability and dependence on forces beyond control. For believers, these are not mere coincidences, but fulfillments of ancient prophecies that point toward an unfolding divine plan. In this way, cosmic signs are seen not only as natural wonders, but also as spiritual signals, bridging the gap between the observable universe and the mysteries of prophecy. In recent years, the frequency and intensity of solar activity have drawn heightened attention, particularly because they align with cycles long studied by astronomers and yet resonate with ancient warnings about signs in the heavens. Solar flares and coronal mass ejections have the power to disrupt satellites, communication systems, power grids, and even navigation technologies upon which the modern world depends. This vulnerability raises the question of whether our technological society is prepared for such cosmic disruptions. Ancient prophecies spoke of times when the stars would be shaken and the powers of the heavens disturbed, which many interpret as aligning with the effects of solar storms and cosmic events. While scientists describe these as natural phenomena, for those who look at them through a prophetic lens, they appear to be part of a greater unfolding pattern that cannot be dismissed as mere chance. The reality that a single powerful solar storm could plunge nations into chaos underscores just how fragile civilization truly is. Humanity's increasing reliance on technology makes us more vulnerable than ever, and this dependency connects directly with interpretations of end-time scenarios where sudden disruptions to normal life could create confusion, fear, and desperation. Each solar storm becomes not just a scientific event, but a potential signal, a reminder of humanity's smallness in the face of cosmic forces. The sun, which has always been a source of light, warmth, and life, also carries the power to bring disruption and destruction, echoing the dual nature of creation as both sustainer and judge. For many, this duality is what makes solar storms resonate so strongly with end-time prophecies, suggesting that these bursts of energy from the heavens could be precursors to even greater events yet to come. Throughout history, eclipses, comets, and celestial alignments have often been perceived as messages from the divine, stirring both awe and fear among those who witnessed them. Ancient cultures interpreted these cosmic signs as warnings of great change, war, or divine judgment, and many of these interpretations have carried into modern prophetic thought. Today, with advanced astronomy, we can predict when eclipses or comets will appear, but the symbolic weight they carry has not disappeared. In fact, many connect these events with biblical passages that speak of the sun turning dark, the moon turning to blood, and stars falling from the sky as indicators of the final days. The recurring blood-moon tetrads of recent decades, for example, have been closely associated with significant events in Israel and the Middle East, leading many to believe they are not mere coincidence but rather cosmic confirmation of prophecy unfolding. Similarly, the unexpected appearance of bright comets or unusual alignments of planets are often seen as reminders that the heavens themselves are part of a divine timeline. Beyond prophecy, the emotional and psychological impact of these cosmic phenomena is undeniable. They interrupt the ordinary rhythm of life, forcing humanity to look upward and contemplate something far greater than themselves. It is this blend of scientific predictability and prophetic symbolism that makes celestial events so powerful in discussions of the end times. They carry a dual significance: natural wonders explained by astronomy and profound signs believed to echo ancient warnings. Whether one views them as symbolic markers or literal fulfillments, eclipses and cosmic signs continue to provoke deep reflection about humanity's place in the universe and the possibility that the heavens are actively declaring messages about a future that is rapidly approaching. In recent years, scientists have raised growing concerns about the vulnerability of Earth's technology, dependent world to solar storms and cosmic events. Unlike the ancient world, where such phenomena were interpreted only as divine omens, today we recognize the very real and tangible consequences that a massive solar flare or coronal mass ejection could have on our infrastructure. A strong enough event could knock out satellites, disrupt global communications, disable navigation systems, and even collapse entire power grids, plunging nations into chaos within hours. This fragility has been highlighted by warnings from space agencies that humanity is long overdue for a major solar event, similar to the Carrington event of 1859, which caused telegraph lines to spark and fail across continents. If such an event were to occur today, the effects would be far more catastrophic because modern society is far more reliant on interconnected digital systems. Beyond the physical risks, many see this vulnerability as aligning with biblical prophecies that speak of tribulation, darkness, and the collapse of worldly systems in preparation for a divine intervention. This overlap between scientific warnings and prophetic expectations creates a unique tension where both secular experts and faith-based communities anticipate some form of upheaval from above. The heavens, in this sense, are not just symbolic but carry a practical threat that could alter life as we know it. The question is whether these cosmic disruptions will be viewed as mere accidents of nature or as deliberate signs guiding humanity toward the fulfillment of an ancient timeline. For believers, the fragility of human systems in the face of solar storms serves as a sobering reminder that no matter how advanced civilization becomes, it is still subject to forces beyond its control, forces that may ultimately play a role in the unfolding of end-time prophecy. As we reflect on the mysteries of solar storms and cosmic signs, one thing becomes undeniably clear: the heavens have always been a canvas upon which both science and prophecy write their messages. Whether we view these events through the lens of faith or through the lens of scientific observation, they remind us of our fragility and our dependence on something far greater than ourselves. The stars, the sun, and the vast expanse above us are not silent. They speak of cycles, of warnings, and perhaps of a divine plan that is moving closer to its fulfillment. As the world becomes ever more uncertain, these signs from the heavens call us to be awake, to be watchful, and to be prepared for what lies ahead. Thank you for staying with me through this journey into the skies and the prophecies they may carry. I wish you wisdom, strength, and clarity as you navigate these challenging times. Until we meet again in the next message, stay strong, stay hopeful, and may you be guided by truth, Good luck, and thank you for watching.